Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our Let's Play of ArmA, Armed Assault. I'm the Ninja Stalker, and you know where "and" is, you know. We're getting back into it. We decided to do an extra mission last time, to do a flight mission. It wasn't perfect, but it's okay. Let's get back into the campaign. Armed Assault. Reclaiming, continue. So that's my father in the background yelling at a movie. Tends to do that a lot. Are we any different? Are we any different? What the hell is some bag in there or whatever? Right, so we went and did this, and because we did this, we don't have to worry about doing the sniper thing over here. So let's go to the main mission. Main operation. We now have enemy push front line, back off. We're in the struggle, stragglers, northern part. We have both armor and infantry support. Okay, let's jump right in. Is the volume on? It says the volume's on. It says that we're a sergeant, but I have been told by Aldebertus, I always fuck up on names, that in some of the coding for some of the games, especially these games, the ArmA games, things are done different time frames and all that. So it's fine, and we can't choose anything, so it's whatever. Jump right in.
Keep in mind, Sergeant, once those shilkas get a beat on you, they can wreak havoc on the strikers in your squad. So try and take them out as fast as possible. Here they come! Woo! Kick some swag ass! Let's move out!
Guess I should have gone to the back.
All board, striker.
Just chilling in the back. Go and take us to our destination. Gun system that they have for the 50 cal up on the top, that it can move around without a gunner. Like, I'm sure it's moving with the gunner inside, but you know what I'm saying. It's very reminiscent of the Apache system, the 30 cal gun that they have for the Apache, where wherever the gunner turns his head is where the gun's going to actually be aiming, and you're not like an actual person holding a gun like you would see in the B-17 Flying Fortress, where they had guns all over the aircraft, but it's being moved around on a swivel or a round system that the gunners are on.
Disembark. 8, disembark. 9, disembark.
Alright, so 4 is my medic.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Return to formation. All, return to formation. All, gauge at will. All, danger!
Let me see, we're in wedge formation. Is wedge good? There's also line. Then there's delta. Echelon, V.
At 1 o'clock, enemy, shilkas, 200 meters. At 12 o'clock, enemy, 200 meters. At 1 o'clock, tank, 200 meters. At 11 o'clock, enemy, 200 meters.
Turn that guy into Swiss cheese.
At 2 o'clock, 200 meters. At 2 o'clock, 200 meters.
Two, three, four, five, six. We lost 6 and we lost 9. You guys, damn it.
He's down.
Oh my god.
At 10 o'clock, unknown, tank, 200 meters. At 1 o'clock, enemy, take off, 100 meters. At 11 o'clock, enemy, 200 meters.
Alright, I see. I'm guessing everyone else on the other team, or not the other team, but everyone else that came with me that wasn't part of my group that had rockets probably died, so let's take one of those. And we're just going to go ahead and bite the dust.
6, disembark. 7, disembark. 8, disembark. 9, disembark.
2, waiting. 4, ready. 5, waiting. 6, waiting. 7, ready. 9, waiting.
All, return to formation. All, danger!
I think what was shitty was everyone on our team that had a rocket pretty much shot at one shilka. Huh.
At 12 o'clock, 100 meters. At 1 o'clock, shilka, 200 meters.
Okay, so see, somebody targeted that shilka. Now the other shilka's over there somewhere. So, if the other shilka's over there, maybe... There it is. There's the other shilka. Let's get 9 to target.
9, target, shilka.
Damn, 9's far away. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I still have all my guys, or at least for right now, I can tell.
All, report status.
Okay, 7 action, heal it medic.
Shilkas have been neutralized. Over. Receive, Foxtrot 1. Wait for the air support to arrive, then proceed
7,
to
go
objective
to man
miles.
at 8 o'clock.
One out.
All, report status. At 1 o'clock, machine gun at 100 meters. I've got him.
Shit. I'm gonna run over and take this guy's machine gun. That's what I feel like doing.
November 1 to Foxtrot. We're on site and ready to lend a hand. Out.
Give me that. Woohoo! I got myself a little machine gun. And there's a lot of explosions going on.
All, fall back into formation.
H1Z. Cobra on site. Was watching a video documentary on YouTube about the AH-1 and the
11 o'clock, enemy tank at 500 meters.
And the, what do you call it, the AH-64. Apparently there was a battle between the AH-1 and the AH-64 because they belong to separate companies. Okay, and I just saw that bolt come out of nowhere. Yeah, they were fighting each other for contract for the military, and apparently the AH-64 won. I didn't know that. I thought it was something different. I thought it was that both the AH-1 and the AH-64 made it to the Army, and then the Army just phased out the AH-1. That's what I thought. Guess not. Because I like both helicopters, in all honesty.
November 1 to Foxtrot. We're on site and ready to lend a hand. Out.
Like, I don't favor one over the other, is what I'm trying to say, you know? They're both amazing aircraft. So is the Huey. I mean, if there's really a choice for me, like, let's say if I make it past warrant officer training to the point where I can actually choose a chopper, right? Because that's what you get to do if you, when you're in the class of 30 and you guys all make it. You get to choose your deployment, where you want to be where you want to get sent to. You get to choose the aircraft as well. If it would be a real choice, I would choose, like, what do you call it? I would choose a Huey, a Cobra, Apache, Blackhawk. I don't give it. Like, I really don't care. Like, I'd fly any and all of them. In all honesty.
Enemy, man. 200 meters. All, report status. All, stay alert.
Like, legit, I would straight up fly a Huey if I could. That thing is an amazing chopper. It's beautiful. To me, it's beautiful to the eye. Well, as I say, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But you know what I'm trying to say, you know. Like, if given opportunity, I would love to fly them all. That way, I can have under my belt experience for flying certain aircraft, you know.
Foxtrot 1 to crossroad.
To have that knowledge, you know,
Has been secured.
that'd be amazing. Because then people can rely on you and trust on you to jump in pretty much any old or even new upcoming aircraft, and they're going to be like, hey, you see that guy? He's flown this, he's flown that, he's flown this. That means if he's flown those and he's got like a patch or a medal or something that can prove his experience on those, any new aircraft that comes out, he's just going to have the mentality, he or she, because, you know, females can do the same thing, will have the mentality to fly aircraft, and it'd be easy for them to understand an aircraft, you know? Seeing as that might not be the choice these days because, you know. Okay, so secure the DMZ. Seeing as it's not a choice, you'd have to choose one airframe and then stay with it pretty much. You can't choose Hueys anymore because they don't really have Hueys. I mean, they have Hueys, but it's in very limited numbers from my understanding. 4 action. 4's down. Great, we lost our medic. Fucking beautiful.
All, fall back into formation.
These guys don't really follow orders too well.
6 is down.
Yeah, that's what you get for not following orders. Let's see.
At 1
7,
o'clock,
you're
missile
hurt
soldier
again.
at 100 meters.
But yeah, like I was saying, seeing as you can't do that, they don't really use Hueys anymore. They're in very limited numbers. They're mostly like for training probably, which kind of bums me out. But they do have better and newer aircraft that I can understand and appreciate. Still. Then there's the Cobra, which I'm not sure, based off of that documentary I was watching. I don't know if it actually made it into the ArmA. I thought it did, and I was talking to people, and they're like, yeah, it was in and this and that. And then again, the documentary could have been referring to something else, you know? So, there's the Cobra, which still is a good possibility. I know the Marines are using it. It's a good aircraft. Then there's the Apache. Go ahead and pop a save. Let me see, there's the Apache, which is an okay vehicle, but that aircraft is pretty much just an attack chopper. You can't really use it for much anything else. So to find much use for it in the battlefield, it's only really an aggressive kind of vehicle, and it'd only be used for that instance, you know. Can't really use it for much else. It's created to be an attack chopper. That's what it's meant to be. There are other better aircraft that can do other things that it shouldn't or can't do, I should say. So like there's always a big debate between the Black Hawk and the Apache, like which one's better, and people are like, oh, Apache's better because it has guns and this and that, and you know, if you want to live your life in the slow lane, take the Black Hawk, and then you got Black Hawk guys who are like, oh man, versatility, this or that. It really comes down to what the aircraft was intended for. The Black Hawk is a utility aircraft that can actually attack, that can actually support, that can actually pick up loads, drop things off, do this and that. It's a very versatile aircraft, you know. It can do a lot more things than the Apache. The Apache, however, is just like top-notch when it comes to attack. It's better than the Blackhawk when it comes to attack. However, the Blackhawk can do attack, and not only that, you'd have a crew with you that can help maintain and help you out as a pilot in your aircraft. You won't get that in the Apache. The Apache, all you get is you and your gunner. That's it. You know, it really depends on your personality, because that's what I've also been reading. Depending on your personality or your preference of what you want to fly, it will determine what's going to happen for you. What aircraft you're going to get. If they recommend it to you, or if you recommend it to yourself, and they're like, based on your scores, or based on your personality, this is what you should go with. But since it is your choice and you ranked this on the class, okay, we'll give it to you. Alright, so we got M1A1s up ahead. Too bad I don't have binoculars. Where are you? 9, I don't even want to deal with you anymore. You've been lost for a very long time.
At 11 o'clock, enemy. 272. One, injured. At 12 o'clock, missile soldier. At 100 meters.
I think he died of a heart attack. Oh shit. And there I go. Oh man. Let me see.
Missile soldier. 100 meters. I've got him.
Lucky me, especially with these iron sights. I think the way is looking for me, if I just so happen to make it past warrant officer training, and that is of course if I make it past basic training, get that far, I would probably be fine with flying a Blackhawk. An Apache wouldn't be that bad either. I can see myself doing something like that. And I can honestly tell you, you don't really need the aggressive personality to do something like that. I just find it for what would I best help the military, instead of like selfish concerns of like, oh, I gotta have this because this is me, this is totally me. No, I go in my mind thinking, how can I best help the military? I can see myself help the military being an Apache pilot. I see myself best helping the military as a Blackhawk pilot, a Little Bird pilot, Kiowa, Chinook. It really doesn't matter. I can do it all. Just train me how to do it and I'll do it.
At 9 o'clock, enemy T-72, 100 meters.
Okay, so we have a T-72 down there just chilling. let's go ahead and save and see if we can deal with it. Because apparently our Abrams just skipped over that, didn't even notice them.
Ammo low.
Damn it all.
At 2 o'clock, missile soldier, 50 meters.
Oh shit.
At 12 o'clock, enemy man, 100 meters.
Well. Oh damn, we lost a tank?
One, status red. At 2 o'clock, enemy man, 50 meters.
this guy's stuck.
Engage any units in the...
One. Injured. At 9 o'clock. Missile soldier at 100 meters.
Engage any units in the DMZ, but do not enter Northern Territory. I say again, do not enter Northern Territory. Out.
Looked like I was entering Northern Territory there. Let's see how this story unfolds then.
Sarani Island, paradise on Earth. You've heard a great deal about this place in the last few days. As US forces enter Corazol, the city last held by SLA forces, the Kingdom of South Sarani, is free again. We have a new reporter on site, Thomas Nordwig, and we have him live from Sarani right now. Thomas, what's the situation there?
Hello, Ed. The situation is, well, as good as it could be after a war, although this was a relatively short one. The people are relieved that the fighting is over and that the northern forces are back on their side of the border. But some recent events have forever changed the way these people will look at their neighbors to the north. The royal forces are working hard all over the kingdom to rebuild a thriving nation nearly destroyed by violent conflict, but they were not prepared for the gruesome truth discovered at the city of Cayo. At Cayo, we find ourselves investigating one of the places touched most tragically by the war. With us here is Captain Riboli, an officer of the Royal Army Corps of Sarani. Please, can you tell us where we are and what has happened here?
Yes, this is Cayo, one of the cities previously occupied by the SLA. You may notice there are no civilians to be seen here. When we retook the city, we first thought they had us simply flat, but then we started to find graves. Everywhere around the city we found them. The people here, they were slaughtered like animals.
But Captain, this was near the front line. I'm sure that the nearby US forces wouldn't allow such an atrocity to take place. Or were they not here?
No, the US Army was here, but they decided to move to a more strategic defensive position and leave the cities of Coayo, Tiberia, and several others undefended. The SLA soldiers were able to simply walk into the cities. But I don't blame the Americans. Even we couldn't imagine the northern forces were capable of such a barbarity. However, this is the horrible truth we are confronted with now.
This is an absolute tragedy.
Yes, it is. And I call for justice here. We cannot let this horror go unpunished.
Thank you, Captain. We can see that the tragedies of this war will not easily be forgotten. We have tried to ask Colonel Davies, the acting commander of the U.S. forces here on the island, how these terrible massacres could have happened, but he was unavailable for comment. We are, however, certain that there must have been a valid reason for the U.S. troops to leave half the island unprotected.
Thomas, are there
Shut up,
any
Leo.
indications as to what's going to happen now? With so many dead, including civilians like our reporter Marion Quant, the question is, how will US policymakers respond to this humanitarian disaster?
As I said before, we were not able to speak to Colonel Davies, so currently no official statements should be expected from the U.S. forces of South Sarani. However, we will be sure to keep you informed of any changes in the situation here.
Thank you, Thomas. Stay tuned for more news on the situation on the island of Sarani. The funerals of two of the casualties of this war, TV reporter Marion Quant and camera operator Arthur Stark, will take place later today. In the meantime, we have been attempting to contact several government representatives in order to ask them what will be done to deal with the violent North Sarani regime. South Sarani authorities have conclusively proven that the government of the Democratic Republic of Sarani is responsible for numerous mass murders during the occupation of its neighbouring country, the Kingdom of South Sarani. So the AAN network would like to ask why there has been no official response to these events. We have attempted to get in contact with Congressman Jenkins, who yesterday stated his belief that US troops should be withdrawn once order had been established. But the congressman was unavailable for comment. We did, however, manage to contact Congressman Peterson and Delmar, both of whom spoke out in favour of removing the North regime from power. This evening, a studio interview will be held with these two congressmen discussing their motivations and the government's seeming unwillingness to act against this grave threat to one of our allies.
Alright, so here's the next thing. What do we have here? What is this? With a little time, you have a chopper deliver more than 80% of the reinforcements from the front line in a given time. Okay, that sounds like fun. What we have here? This sounds like fun, but actually we're not going to go ahead and do this. We'll just go ahead and stop the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys, sometimes I go off on a tangent whenever I talk about certain things, like what I was talking about earlier with the military stuff, but it was revolved around a military game. So, there is that. I hope you guys can tolerate that. I hope you guys actually enjoyed the video, and you guys should all take care, as usual. Have yourselves a great day. I would actually do chopper transport, because anything that has to do with flight, you know me, I'm going to go ahead and jump on that. But this time around, we'll give it a break. We'll do something different. We'll not do this, but the next video, we're definitely going to do this. And if this happens to get marked off, that's fine, because I prefer to do this. So, we'll go ahead and get this done with next time around. Anyways, you guys take care and have yourselves a good day.